Hello everyone, this is Anime Heaven X23, and today I'm going to give you my opinion and review of Metro 2033 on my ROG Ally Z1 Extreme. And first off, I want to say that 2 or 3 times it didn't launch right, and it launched in like a smaller screen. And then all you had to do is you had to go to your options. Then you go to your video, and then you just have to adjust, because the resolution, when it doesn't launch right, it'll be in 720p. You just gotta turn your resolution to 1080p, and it'll go back to full screen. It's only one ever that does that. Like I said, it did it to me like 2 or 3 times, and that is the only issue I had playing this game on my ROG Ally. I know it's verified on Steam. The game plays as flawlessly as it does on the Switch, PS4, Xbox One. And the graphics on this thing look really well done. As you can see, quality is set for very high. The SSAA is off. Texture filtering is AF16, motion blur normal, tessellation normal, VSync off. These were the preset graphical options when the game started, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then in the game options, you can choose crosshairs on, hit markers on, subtitles on, hints on, advanced physics, which I didn't turn on, but you had that, aim mode, difficulty, text language, voice language, gamma, and then controls. So you have keyboard, mouse, well, of course I do, controller. And these are the 360 controllers. So as you can see, your left trigger does your aim, alt fire, your right trigger does your secondary fire. LB you hold in, and then that brings up your to change your air little filters, your health, charge your different weapons up, and things like that. And also your goggles and stuff like that. If you hold in Y brings up, just like it says, your weapons inventory. There you can select, and there you can, when you hold that in, then your D-pad will select your different grenades. Like your left one will be your regular grenade, bottom will be your sticky grenade, your right will be your fire grenade, and your top will be your throwing knives. And as you can see, and also down, if you hold down quick when you're just holding in, you can use your normal med kit if you're just holding on the D-pad. As you can see, jump is A, B is crouch, X is to use, reload, interact. Those are your controls for your controller. And after you play, there's your chapters. You can select. There are 7 chapters. It ends on Tower. There's 51 collectibles, which are called notes in the game. And you can, some levels have 1, 2, 3, some have 4. And if you ever miss one, you always can go back to that chapter, collect the note, then leave once it registers. So you can do that. And it automatically saves when you're going to see, a little spinning disc. In your bottom left, you'll see that. And when you see that, you know it's saved. And then you know you can then move on in the game. You'll and right now it's set on continue. I just beat it within the last 15, 20 minutes. I just rebeat 2033 for the first time on Steam, PC. Like I said, the graphics, the controls, the story, everything in this game is really good. If you've never played Metro series, you really should. 2033 is a nice start. Metro Last Light is a good sequel, and then Metro Exodus, last game, it's a good trilogy arc, especially for Anton, the main character. This is the first game where you don't. But I'll give you a spoiler hint, so just remember that spoiler is you don't die in this one. At the end, in Last Light and Exodus, you can die, but there are things you can do in the game, and if you do them, Anton will not die. Artyom will not die. Those are a lot tougher to do. And you'll notice when you play Exodus, after you beat Last Light, you'll think, well, he's dead. Well, they went with the ending that he's not dead. And if they keep going that way, I imagine they'll do the same thing because they're working on Metro 4 right now. I don't know if they're going to go with the same character. If they go with the same character, then he'll be back. If they decide, start a whole new trilogy, then maybe there would be a new protagonist, but I don't know. But I cannot recommend the series highly enough.
I was born in Moscow, but I remember.
Alright, sorry about that. If you let it go long enough and don't do anything, it gives you the opening. But like I was saying, I cannot recommend the series high enough. It's a really good first-person shooter. If you haven't played it on, like I said, the PC before, on Switch, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, or PS5 with Exodus, or Series X for that, I highly recommend you play this series. The games on Steam are always super cheap. On a regular basis, you can get Metro 2033 and Exit and Last Light for $3 each, or $2. And usually you can get Exodus by itself, I think, for $5. And with the expansion content DLC, you can get it, I think, for $9 or $10. Highly recommend, like I said, highly recommend the series. I give this game a good solid, I would say, probably a 9 out of 10. I just really like it a lot. Like I said, it's always cheap. So if you're thinking about playing it, I've never played it, I highly recommend you do it. And just remember, if the tougher difficulties you play it on, the more scarce your ammo and health and your health and things are. So I'd recommend the first time playing through, play on normal, because your ammo, health, and everything are still pretty decent, and there's always plenty of them around. And I also recommend playing with all the weapons you can get in the game, because it's an achievement. Also recommend trying to get kills with every weapon, at least 30 or more. Trying to find these little red, they almost look like little keys. Those will open safes in the game. So you want to make sure to look for those besides looking for your notes. You want to definitely look at all your nooks and crannies in the game. Like I said, for these notes, for your air filters to breathe and other stuff like that, always look around, because it'll make the game a little bit easier on you. And then after you beat the game, if you want to go back, since you'll know where everything is, and you don't have to worry about finding any notes, you want to just play the game, you can go through it a lot quicker. So it really depends on how you want to play it. But I'd say try to get everything on your first playthrough, the second playthrough, go back and do everything. So that there is my opinion and review of Metro 2033 for Steam, which I'm playing on my ROG Ally Z1 Extreme. Thank you all for watching this impression and review of the game. I greatly appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, and thank you.